and whoever wants to jump on with us when we're going. What's up, folks? We are live. This is a random toy talk with my brother Dave from Blucher's Videos and Collectibles on YouTube, and we decided we're bored. We're gonna get on here and chit chat with some of our buddies. How's everybody doing? How are you doing, Dave?
Doing good. I just completed my first week at my new job. The first couple of days was nothing but orientation, going back to school. And
Paperwork
then
and legalities.
yeah, all that fun stuff. Um, but the last 2 days was pretty interesting. Just kind of getting a feel of what the job is about and how everything runs and what they do there, and just basically this is the company, by the way. So I was able to get some random shirts. So
Nice.
it's a family-owned company. It's been around since the 1800s.
Wow.
Yeah. So other than that, just me being the newbie, I had to do all the grunt work. Just kind of get my foot in the door, just to
Yeah.
let them know that this is what I wanted to do. So hopefully within the next week or so, I can get back into get on the machines and
A
stuff.
routine. Yeah. Well, the
Yeah.
last
So
I mean, you were there more than 10 years, and that is a huge, huge worldwide company. I mean, is this company as like the size wise bigger or big or?
it's a lot bigger. It's their home base, I think, is somewhere in, I want to say, Massachusetts. I think
That's their home
Rhode
base.
Island, Massachusetts. I can't remember which one. Or maybe it started in Rhode Island, and then it moved their location to Massachusetts, and then they have the location here in McKinney, and so yeah, I got a buddy of mine that works out there. I've been there for about a year, and he's been trying to get me to go out there, and so my supervisor came up to me and he goes, "Hey, you remember me?" And I was like yeah, and he was like, "Well, it's been about since June since the last time I talked to you." I was like, "Yeah, it's been a while." He goes, "Man, you're a hard fucking sell, man." I was like, "Well, I said, "Yeah, because I had to do my research about you guys, and I had to make sure this is going to be a good move for me, because if you've been with somebody for 10 plus years, it's not an easy decision.
For sure, and you're not
Yeah.
single. You got your little nest there to take care of your family. So
Yeah, so it's just you can't just jump around like that. Of course, if I was like employed or unemployed or whatever, or like you said, single, not giving a fuck, I would
yeah,
just said,
that's
okay,
a
I would
different
do
case. You
it. I wouldn't cared. But you gotta look at everything, man. You gotta look, if they're gonna honor their word on their end, and got to do research on the insurance and the benefits, if it's going to be beneficial to you, if you're willing to take that gap, from the time you sign on till when you get till it's time for you to be eligible and stuff, and you got to look at the whole 9 yards. So that's why it took about a month or so. So it wasn't like I just woke up and said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put in my 2 weeks and then call it a day. No, I had to bug them, but
got to be
questions.
responsible.
So, but
Got to be responsible.
everything worked out. I mean,
That's
don't get
cool.
me wrong. I mean, I liked the other job. I liked it, and I liked most of the people I worked with. But I was becoming stale. I just was staying in one spot. wasn't going to get a chance to move around like I wanted to, and I just didn't want to become stagnant. And that's what I was becoming, and I just had to get out of there before I did. I just didn't want to be somebody that was just okay with where you're at and be comfortable, and just that's it. I didn't want that to be my work career. I wanted to be able to learn new stuff and move around and move up, hopefully, and things like that, and become somebody
Bro,
like
yeah.
like I was at one time. But
Almost like an end game, even though you're still young, an end game eventually.
yeah, so that was one of the reasons why I wanted to go ahead and make that decision. But only time will tell if that was going to be the right one for me or not. But if not, then got to start over again, you know. So, but so far the first week was pretty cool, you know, just my introduction of the company and um, you know, just building from there, you know. So seems like my supervisor has high hopes or high expectations of me because of my experience as a operator and as a supervisor, and uh, due to my friend that worked with him that works there currently, because he's my friend is a QC the main QC supervisor now, so he was able to go there and work his butt off, and within like 7 months he got hired on full time as a QC supervisor, the head QC guy. So at first he was talking to me about it, and it was just like, look, you know, at first I didn't know if that was the right move for me, and so I decided to go ahead and bust my butt, and look where I'm at now. So
Yeah.
Sound appealing to me, so that's what I'm hoping, you know. So
Sometimes you have to take that risk.
Yeah, sometimes without risk, there's no rewards, you know. If you don't try.
So true.
But I did the right thing and put in my 2-week notice at the other place, and goal is not to go back, but I didn't want to burn my bridges, you know,
Yeah.
either.
No, it's
just
good to keep safe.
So, but other than that, everything's pretty good, you know. I didn't work yesterday because some of the say that again.
You didn't working yesterday? You were off?
Yeah.
Picked up a day off yesterday?
Yeah, because some of the ingredients, because little did I know, they produce dog food there as well, and so but the ingredients that they needed to run a particular line didn't come in, so they just like, go ahead, have Friday off and come back Monday. So it's my schedule's from 3:15 p.m. till we're done. And so that could be about 12, that could be about 1, that could be possibly about 2 hours. So you're working about a good 10 to 12-hour days, give or take, depending on how well everything is and runs and how fast. So, but the thing that takes the longest really is, you know, there is a lot of waiting around. That's the only downside about it, is because, you know, it's a soup company. They produce like soups and stuff. So they produce like chicken noodle soup and chilies and the little cup soups and things like that. So it takes, once you put in all the ingredients inside that large pot, and then you got to wait a good half hour or so just for it to be ready. So it all depends on how fast and all the other people, everybody else that does everything, puts everything, the ingredients together and stuff. So it is what it is. So, but like I said, I like it. You know, I'm liking it so far. So.
That's good. That's the most important part.
Yeah. Well, other than that, enough about me. What's going on with you?
Well, you know, I'm starting to get stale just not working, because I've been dealing with health issues for a few weeks. I took a big hit and I'm recovering now. I'm starting to feel a lot better. Other than being winded and a little short of breath, I feel good. Yeah, but I'm ready to start getting back to work, possibly Monday or Tuesday. I've taken a lot of time off.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've actually the last couple of days I've been able to get out and while picking up the essential stuff for the house. I've done a few good toy hunts. I've got a good Goodwill when it's going to come out, a good thrift store, a good yard sale, and then a trade, curbside trade right here in my front of my house. It's going to be a fun video. But I picked up a lot of cool vintage Kenners, so I think at least a couple of videos you're going to love. And I'm talking about not my style of Kenner is dirty, loose, and no accessories. No, this guy was immaculate about how he kept his stuff. It's bags full of accessories with my Kenners, all complete.
That's good. You know me, I love me some Kenner, as you can tell by my wall.
Yeah, a Kenner shrine. The Kenner
Yep.
shrine.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. I don't have very much carded, but my loose is everywhere. But the good thing is I was able to look, and I saw a lot of like the Predator Kenners that I could tell the colors are different than the ones I had. So I'm hoping I don't have them.
Yeah.
But he had a lot of cool stuff. It's gonna be a good yard sale to put up on a video because it was pretty loaded. And I got a lot, like me and him carried on a conversation, so that was good. We talked about a whole bunch. He's very knowledgeable. He's a big collector, but he collects like a lot of the more expensive vintage turtle stuff and playmates. And this stuff, he like what he does is when he buys stuff, he kind of like you, he'll upgrade his stuff and then he'll get rid of the older stuff. Keeps the upgrades.
Right. There's nothing wrong with upgrading and stuff, because sometimes if you do find it, it's always good to jump on it. That's what I always do. If I have something that I picked up, usually, because here's the way I do things. If somebody gifts me something, or if I make a trade with somebody, or something like stuff that you and I do, if we send each other just random boxes of stuff, I'm keeping all that stuff. But if I buy it with my own money and stuff, if I purchase it myself, I don't mind getting rid of it because I know where it came from. So, and it's not as special as it would opposed to making a trade with a fellow collector or being gifted something from a fellow collector. It's different. That's totally different. Those are things that I would keep no matter. I don't care what kind of condition it is and stuff, how bad shape it is. But if it's something like if I bought like at a movie trading company, or something like that, then I don't mind. I don't care about upgrading that or whatnot because I don't know where it came from, and so obviously it wasn't anything that was anything meaningful on how I obtained it,
Yeah.
So if it's coming from somebody's personal collection that I know for a long time, then yeah, that's something meaningful.
That's completely different.
If I bought it like at movie trading company or something, then it's like whatever to me, So I don't mind upgrading stuff, and I've done it before. You've seen it, so I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing that. And so, and usually once I do that, I just use that stuff as for like store credit or something. So
yeah. What's up, Mr. Smith? Howdy, sir.
I hadn't seen Mr. Smith in a while.
I was jumping around. They had a live stream going on YouTube last night, and then went to Facebook, and I was following him and his crew everywhere. It was good. They were going through a lot of like the Big Bad Toy Store, a lot of the pre-stuff. It was an awesome thing he put out.
Right. Well, apparently this past Friday was the last day for pre-orders for that NECA Toka and Razar. Unfortunately, I didn't pre-order it. I wanted to, but apparently, when you pre-order that particular item, that 2-pack, they charge right off the bat, and I didn't have the funds to do that. But here's the thing, I'm okay with that because I already have a Toka and Razar from the Playmates line back in the day, so I'm content with that. So and then I think so as long as I have something that's represented for a particular item, I'm okay with that. Yes, it'd be nice to have the NECA 2-pack, but I'm not gonna cry over spilled milk, because I already have one. I already have the Playmates Toka Razar version, and I'm good with that.
Yeah, the first line vintage show those are the best.
Yeah, and so and I think Super Shredder is supposed to be out for I wouldn't say pre-order, but I think it's going to be on their store tomorrow. I don't know what time it goes live, but apparently I don't know if it's going to be a limited quantity, if it's just until they sell out. So I'm guessing it might be a limited quantity. But if I miss out on that one, I'm okay with that one because I have a perfectly mint condition loose Super Shredder by the Playmates version. Yeah. So I'm okay with that too, It'd be nice to have that big old shredder, but
He does look
if
awesome.
I don't, yeah,
Those are
if I
big
don't,
bunches. I think he's gonna be
right.
like metalhead, like 10-inch metalhead sized. He's
Yeah,
gonna be a
it's
big
gonna
size.
be should be in scale with everything else, that they released.
Yeah,
So,
he does look good
but
though.
but like with the turtle sets, I don't have anything movie wise. I don't even have none of the. Well, no, I'm lying. I was going to say I don't have anything from the Secret of Reviews, but I just talked about it. The Toka Razar and the Super Shredder.
That
But I
was
do
what
have one. I do have that Michelangelo, that Mikey turtle on card that I got that I've had forever.
Oh
So
yeah,
that's the only turtle I have representing part 2. But I don't have any. We don't have anything for the first movie.
yeah.
So that's still on that one. If I could get the vintage version first, then I'm good with that. And if there is no vintage stuff for particular movies or TV shows, and they're just now releasing it, like for like the Ghostbusters, the Plasma series, that's a good thing because we didn't have any Ghostbuster toys back then. All we had was the Kenner Real Ghostbusters, that's based on that cartoon. So being able to being able to pick up the Plasma series was a great thing for a lot of us collectors, and like you and I, because we're fans of the film, and that's a representation that. So
we got something
that's
to represent.
my whole thing. That's just that's my whole thing about how the way that I collect my stuff when it comes to particular things. Vintage first, but if they didn't have anything then, and then if something modern comes out that's worthwhile getting, then I'll pick it up. I don't mind.
For sure. David's asking, how do you feel about that TMNT Rock Band set? I think it's that NECA set.
I actually want that set. If I can get it, that's fine. If not, I'll be okay too, because it wouldn't be meant for me to have it. But I think what is that price point on that thing? Is it like what, $120 or something? I think
120, 129, 130. Yeah, it's got all 4 figures, the accessories.
That's pretty reasonable for what you're getting.
You're getting
you're getting 4 turtles with
high quality.
You're getting 4. Yeah, you get 4 turtles with all the accessories, cloth goods, and a nice little box that comes with. So can't really complain about that, So the turtles would be what, like $24.99 a piece. Then plus the accessories, the soft goods, and the box that you're getting that comes with it. So that's about right. I would say that's pretty fair.
I want it too, man, but I'm so scared of the price. I mean, not really scared of the price, but what I would want with that money, and probably you too would want it, is the old rock and roll bus with the 4 rock and roll turtles, the vintage early 90s, that rock and roll bus. That's what I'd spend the money on.
That's what I would rather have, to be honest, is what you just talked about right there, because that would fit better to what you and I collect.
Yeah. And that bus is not the drop down, and it has like they're jamming. That's the first stage. What's that PNL, brother?
Because with the NECA version, there you getting what, 6 or 7-inch turtles, and then with the Playmates version, you getting what, the 5-inch turtles with a van and everything, and you can get Mondo Gecko too as well. I mean, hell yeah.
I have a couple of the rock and roll turtles. The turtles themselves loose complete, but I need 2 more. And of course, that bus is always like $100. But one day,
I'm pretty sure you'll come across it at a yard sale or
and I'm okay because I've seen, like we were talking a few minutes ago, I've seen the sticker store on eBay, so you can redo all new stickers on it to make it look sharp and clear. HasLab is going to Dagobah with the X-Wing. Oh, yeah. I would love an old Dagobah Star Wars playset. I've seen it loose real cheap.
Yeah, I need to. I don't know when, but one day I'll finish my Ewok Village set.
Yeah.
So
Me
I don't
too.
have
I've
anything
just
for
a
it. I
couple.
have no accessories. I don't even have the little tree stump things that go on the side of it to hold it together. I don't even have
Yeah.
none of that either. I ain't got shit. It's naked. So
I've got a few, but I need like the little elevator deal. Yeah. Yes, he has some great. Him and his crew, like Gary Lee. To me, he's like the NECA predator alien like guru for Mr. Lee. If you ever check out his channel,
yeah,
he's like an
he's got
expert with
some
that.
he's got
They
some
collect.
pretty impressive stuff. I'd be
Yeah,
forgetting that Mr. Lee be collecting Transformers, because I remember back in the day he used to post like everything, but now it's just mainly he focuses on the Predator alien aspects of his collection. Have you seen his collection video update earlier this year? That shit's insane. I know he just
yeah.
recently moved, I think, but man, that was like a 3 hour collection video that he did, and I had to watch it in parts, just to get through it all, because so long. But man, it's worth the sit down.
He makes me ashamed of my collection. I look and I have a lot of old vintage dirty stuff, but his stuff is like, I don't know. The figures are beautiful. They're all like the good stuff, and
Yeah, he army builds all that stuff. He'll have like 3 of the same Predators, but the thing is with him, he has all the different head sculpts on it, so that's what he does. And then he'll have the alternate head sculpt next to it on a little tree stand. So that's pretty cool. I like the way he has it set up. And
yeah,
it looks great on his bookshelves, and he divides it by each film. Like he has one shelf just dedicated to the first Alien film, and then the second shelf be dedicated to Aliens, and then Alien
yeah.
3 and Resurrection and so forth. And
You
then
don't mess
his
around.
other section, yeah. And then all his other section, he's got the 1/4 scale figures, the big tall ones and stuff. So
He's
it's
just like
pretty
you,
neat.
being a completist.
Yeah, but he's more hardcore than I am with it.
Yeah, he's
He gets it all in one shot. I don't.
I bet he's single. I don't know if he is, but I bet he's single, no kids. Like, I just feel it. Dave asked, "What do you think about the 4-pack turtles from the original comics with all red, the original red bands on all of them before they gave them their color identity?" That was a cool set.
I wouldn't mind getting that set, because it would go good with my comic book shelf. That's one thing that I wouldn't mind getting one day. I know that what Walmart had the exclusive recently, like last year, I think, but I missed out on that. But plus, I don't think I ever saw it. If I did, it was like at a random location. So,
It's expensive. But, they're nice. They have that kind of round shaped boxes that they come in. We got to give a shout out. Judson's in the house, Mr. Justin Osgood. He is the largest YouTube channel with no content you'll ever see. Epic channel. Make sure to subscribe to him. Love it. He's also like a fellow brother in all our Facebook chat groups and stuff. We all go around those circles. Big collectors, but awesome guy. So y'all make sure to give him a shout in the chat. Look at this. He has the full village, Ewok Village in the shop, or he had it.
Okay. One thing I have to give credit about Judd, that guy knows how to really go out there and help out fellow collectors, though. I mean, he tends to go out and put others before him in his collection, and that's one thing that I admire about him as a person, and as a collector. Even though he wants a lot of the same things that other people collect, but he'd rather see other people get that before him, and then if he gets it, then he gets it. If he don't, he don't.
Absolutely.
But that's one thing that I will always be impressed about him. You don't see very many collectors that do that. I mean, you do see it. Yeah, but it's like very rare that you will see other people like that, and I give him big props for that.
Last night, Dondi at Life Anime Gaming, another brother of ours, you should all go check out Life Anime Gaming. He did his 400, was it 300 sub giveaway. And Judson actually funded that with that amazing exclusive Snake Eyes, the one that comes with the set of weapons, like not the standard one I'm going to be giving away tomorrow. He has that upgraded version.
Oh, the
And he
San Diego
actually
Comic
donated,
Con version, I think. The one
yeah,
with the
he
weapons rack and
donated
stuff.
that out of his own pocket to Dondi. So that was amazing. Who's going to
Yeah,
do that? That's very rare.
that's the stuff I'm talking about. It's like you don't see that from collectors like that, you know. Judd, speaking of my terrible figures, you know, no, I won't send them to you.
Mr. Smith says he's backed up on his pre-orders of Transformers for the next 20 years. He's loaded.
Damn.
I like how Big Bad Toys does it because you don't get billed until you get it. You know, I hate when they pull right away, and then if they take longer, you're kind of at their mercy.
Yeah, because I've seen you get all your stuff like way late, and store's been stocking everything, and then you just finally get your like you got your little Yoda, your baby Yoda, and all your McFarlanes. You know, they like 2-3 months later after.
Yeah, now they're a lot for $9. Mr. K&O Collector likes Batman Hot Wheels. You know, my brother Christopher CB Hunts, you know, Christopher Smith, a fellow Texan YouTuber, he actually sent me a Hot Wheels TMNT party wagon. And now that's got me wanting to go pick up like the Thundercats Hot Wheel and the Batman, all them. Mm-hmm. Those are nice. Another set of classic TMNT. You know, the only ones other than vintage Turtles, the only ones I really liked was the movie Turtles that were single release at GameStop, like $20, $22. I thought those looked so good. I'm not big on the cartoon style with the black lines and how they try to do the cartoon.
No, I'm not either. I looked at it, and I've seen a bunch of sets, and it just doesn't capture my interest. Yeah. You know, I'm good with the vintage ones. You know, I'm content with that. That's one thing that, you know I talk a lot of shit about modern toys, you know, and stuff, and I know that a lot of times that, you know, some of them do look good, but over time, you know, as I get older and stuff, I realize that I'm content with certain things I have in my collection. That's why I when we was having that conversation about the Motu Origins, you know, those are nice figures and all. They look good for what they are, and I know a lot of people are impressed with them, with the articulation and stuff and things like that. And yes, even though it's a little different from what the vintage brought us, you know, considering the fact that, you know, like you and Mr. Brad Campbell, when y'all mentioned about how they're based off the actual comic books, you know, that came with the vintage stuff, the vintage ones back in the day. But at the same time, you know, I'm happy with the vintage ones that I have. I don't need to go out and add an extra Battle Cat, even though I did mention that I did want that one at the time when we was discussing it. But when I saw it in hand and I watched a couple of views, I just lost interest. You know, I'm just not. I'm okay with the little paws, plastic, you know, vintage style look to it. I'm okay with that. You know, I don't have to have another Battle Cat just because it looks good or whatnot. And so that's why I just decided to just go ahead and skip that line and just stick with the vintage. You know, now, as far as when it comes to the WWE Motu, like I mentioned before, that's something totally different. You know, that's two franchises that you just combined, that you fused together into one, and so that's something different and unique.
Completely different and unique.
As opposed to what was it that we were talking about too? The DC Primal Age. You know, that was something. That was something very special there. And I know Mr. Osgood, he has that whole set, you know, the whole collection, I think. The only thing I'm missing from that is Superman, his dog that he comes with, and the Flash. Those are the only 3 items I need. Everything else I have. It sucks that line didn't continue. Yeah, it sucks that line didn't continue. But I'm happy with the way it came out, because to me that was the core characters that everybody loves and grew up
And
on.
the castle, the finality,
Yeah,
yeah, it was
and
epic.
so that's my Justice League right there, you know.
No
So
kidding.
since I already got those characters, I can go back and now pick up other characters that I don't have, you know, like that DC Primal Age Batman. That's my Batman right there, you know.
Yeah,
But now I can go and get me a Hellbat because I don't have one of those, or you
yeah,
know, I can get me that recently revealed Joker Superman because I don't have a character like that, you know.
yeah,
So just things like that that kind of like, you know, that brings me, when it comes to modern stuff that I don't have a character of, I don't mind adding stuff, you know.
yeah. No kidding.
So
Shoot, yeah.
and plus, you know, there's something that we all struggle with called space. So
Space is our number one enemy, and black holes is the second enemy. That's why, like, when you're talking about like certain things you're gonna pick up, that's the way I'm thinking too. Like, I know I need to like draw my line with the retail stores, and I
yeah,
kind of just want to stay with the two retro looking that Mattel came out with, Origins and WWE. And man, the AEW stuff is probably going to get me, but that's it. Those three things, and then I'm sticking to my playground. Shout out to Recovery
yeah.
Toy, my brothers in the chat. Also, shout out to KNL Collectibles. He says he's about to do a 500 subscriber giveaway, so make sure
Oh,
let's
nice.
all go and subscribe to KNL Collectibles and help him get there. It'd be cool to be in part of that faux show.
Yeah, as far as those AEW figures, I did watch Cincy Nerd's whole review video that he did, that he went live a couple of days ago. I
Yeah,
actually sat down and watched it yesterday, and I started really late in the morning, and then I went to sleep, and then I started it back up when I woke up, and very interesting. He said that they're just now hitting North Texas now, and it took him a while to get to it, but he was able to find a location near him. You know,
yeah,
he doesn't live very far from where I'm at. You know,
yeah. It's,
probably about an hour. I want to say about an hour away, maybe an hour and a half, give or take. So he's not very far. Um, but anyways, but yeah, he had to get on Pop Finder, and so that was the main thing. That's how he was able to find it. And if you watch his video, it's pretty funny how it came about. But anyways, he was able to get everybody but Brandy Rhodes. That was the only one that he wasn't able to get for some reason. Either it didn't come with the case, because he said that they had a whole case put up on the shelf, and so he was able to grab them all. But apparently, I guess Brandy didn't come in that box, or somebody got her before and just left everybody else there. And so, but yeah, he reviewed all of them, you know, and he's not really a toy reviewer, so he did the best he could with, you know, what he was working with, as far as, you know,
oh, for sure.
giving details about the skin tone and the accessories that came with it, the articulation and stuff. The one thing that he really loved about those figures is the ratchet joints that come in the shoulders. So
Yeah,
he really likes that. So as far as the articulation goes, when it comes to kind of like the stomach area, the ab crunch, as we call it,
yeah,
a couple of them were kind of loose, you know, but if you pose them in a particular way, they held up pretty well. But as far as if he's, you know, just a regular, just the way it is, then it wasn't tight like the others were. So I think there was like two of them. I think it was Cody and I want to say Kenny Omega. It was either him or maybe it was one of the Young Bucks. I can't remember. But but yeah, their ab crunch was a little loose. It wasn't terrible, but it was enough for somebody to say something, you know.
right, yeah,
But then again, you got to remember once usually the first initial waves, you're going to get a bunch of errors and a lot of fuck ups,
oh,
you know,
sure, yeah,
because there was one point where he showed a Kenny Omega his Kenny Omega figure. Uh, part of his I want to say butt area. I can't remember if it was on the top or was it the bottom, but the plastic was folded in, so
Yeah.
you would have to heat it up to kind of fold that plastic out, you know. But but other than that, it was very minor errors, you know. But overall, he loved the figures, you know. He was happy with it, and
Yeah.
so um, he said the only downside about the packaging was that the bubble, the blister was glued on the card back, like pretty much like everything else. But there wasn't a way that where he could just open it up and be able to keep the packages and put it back in. He just had to like literally rip the shit apart just to get to it, you know.
Yeah.
Normally there would be like a seam where, you know, you can put your thumb in there and you can pull it apart and then still be able to keep the package intact. But yeah, there wasn't anything. He just kind of just, you know, just ripped the shit apart. So, but it was a good video. But it was about an hour and a half long or so. But it was a good video. I enjoyed it. You know, I liked his overall take. Plus, you know, he's a huge wrestling fan. He likes all wrestling, and he'll tell you that. You know, he knows that the product is on a downhill when it comes to WWE and stuff, but
Sure,
he
yeah.
still enjoys it. You know, he still, because it's wrestling. You know,
Yeah.
and he
I like to
watches.
think of him as a fellow leader that helped mold me into doing YouTube as well. What I like about him too, he's been around a long time, but yet he's still like, he works hard. He puts out their content constantly. A lot of the guys at his time don't even do it no more, or very rarely. But you know,
Right.
he puts in a lot of work, so I always appreciate him. Shout out to our brother Curtis in the chat, Mr.
There it
Curtis.
is.
He's a big time wrestling fig collector too, so definitely
Yeah.
he had seen before everybody else did.
I'd be seeing his wrestling posts, you know, from time to time on Instagram and in toy groups.
And on like 20 different toy groups.
Oh, you
Justin
do have the
the
whole
whole
thing. Okay, yeah.
minus translucent Mr. Freeze. We need to find
Don't you
Judson.
have that? Don't you have that? Okay.
If I have it, it's going to him because he needs to. I want to see it complete on his collection. So I might have it. I feel like I might have got it somewhere.
I don't have that one. I don't have the translucent one. So that's something. I know he goes for like on the secondary market. He probably goes about a good $25 to $30. But
Now
I'm in no hurry to get him. So if I get him, I get him. I don't. He's not going to be missed in my collection as long as I get the core people. All the other stuff like the chases as we call them. You know, you get them. You don't.
Yeah.
Like I do want to. Even though they didn't continue this line, they should. But I don't know if and when I'll get them. But I do want to get the Street Fighter ones because all I got is the Chase. I got both Blanca and Chun-Li, so I just need the regular ones and Ryu and Bison. So
we need just the core ones.
Yeah. So I just need those. I just wish they would continue that line. I think, as far as I know, I think Savage Land or Savage World, as they would call it, is dead. I mean, I say that because you're lucky enough to get Wave 2 of the Thundercats. I don't have none of them. I do would like to pick them up eventually. But then you remember a couple of years ago when or maybe it was last year, or I know for a fact it was about 2 years ago, but you remember when they teased the Conan the Barbarian line and they had
prototypes made and everything.
Yeah, but
they actually showed them at the toy shows in scale.
Yeah, but nothing. They don't have anything. So
I can't believe I didn't see them. That's a bummer because I wanted those.
Because I know that you and I we was excited about it. You know, we was wanting to get that.
It was the very next line.
Yeah, but
I wonder if they didn't did it not sell for them? Because everything that came out with is awesome. And then now Mattel's kind of picking up that vibe for our retail stores, but they should have kept going with it. Shout out to my sister Lucy there, Speech Fairies. Everybody make sure to go give her subs. Awesome channel.
Yeah, I think I subbed to her recently. I think I did go through the whole list and sub to certain people or everybody who I remember. I know she was one of them. So,
what's amazing about her? She has two channels. I believe she's a Canadian sister from up north. Her main channel is actually for like rehab for kids. She's like a speech therapist. And it's board games, action figures, toys that help with therapy. So then she has a second one, and it is a thrift store hunts, and she picks up all kinds of vintage toys. So both of those are worth checking out.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of fun, a lot of good stuff. And if you have kids that are kind of have like learning disabilities, she really knocks it out of the park. She shows you a lot of cool board games that help with that. So it's real admirable. Do you guys watch SmackDown?
I
Uh,
watch the highlights. I don't actually watch the whole show, but I do watch the highlights. And then if I see a random video of a full match or
yeah,
so that they put out, or the highlight
the people you
matches,
like to
should I
watch.
say, then I watch that. But I did watch I did see the end of it. So
I have Hulu TV, so I get to watch for free on my Hulu TV. I see like AEW Dynamite every week, SmackDown and Raw. I get all three. And then I jump on to YouTube and I can see some of the more independent rings. I still see like Impact. So I keep up, not so much with all the pay per views because I don't have it right
network.
now. I'm paying for it. But AEW has really got me on. I heard, I don't know if it was you saying it, but someone had mentioned that they kind of were getting a little goofy.
Yeah,
But
AEW.
yeah,
Yeah, they're starting to they starting to get silly. You like the WWE. It's like um which is fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with changing with the times and stuff. But my whole thing is like if you're trying to distinguish yourself to be different and separate, then do that. Don't swing. Don't take these characters that you plucked and then you give them a goofy gimmick or something, and then all of a sudden expect that to get over. You know, like with the whole Brody Lee thing. Great wrestler, great
yeah,
big guy, move, fly around, can do a lot of things that a lot of big guys can't do.
yeah.
But come on, man, you know, I can't really take him seriously, you know, because of the simple fact of where they put him at. And
Yeah.
but hey, that's just me, you know. I mean, a lot of people might like that, and that's fine. But I just think he can do better than where they have him at now. I mean, it was cool at first, but then it's starting to get a little repetitive, should I say?
Yeah, I agree.
But and then with the whole thing with the FTR, I was like, okay, they're going to actually become a legit badass tag team. Not saying that they aren't or that they are, but now it's just like they putting them with silly stuff now, like the whole what was it, the eight man, or was it the inner? No, it was like this past week they had the elite versus Brody Lee's group, the Dark Order. You know, that match was all over the place. It was just bad.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's just the way I look at it, because when I watch wrestling, I watch it for two things. One, the wrestling aspect of it, and two, what story are they telling? You know,
Right.
but um, but it's just like wrestling's there for the most part,
Yeah.
but the storytelling isn't.
Right. The
Now,
talent's there. They need some
yeah,
creative people in the writing rooms. Yeah, I agree.
and but I did like what they did with Matt Cordona. I think they got his character right. He had a little bit of mean streak, something that we never saw when he was Zack Ryder in the WWE.
Yeah.
Um, he did in the beginning when him and Kurt Hawkins, when they were first known as the Major Brothers
Yeah.
in
Bro.
ECW, and then they went with Edge as the Edgeheads,
Yeah.
and then when when Hawkins left, and then they had Zack Ryder, and then for a while at first when he won the U.S. Champion, he was taken seriously. I was like, all right, cool, this guy is uh, going to do some things, and then that's when he started to be a jobber and jobbed them out, and um, you know, it just that's just why he was the way he was
Yeah.
for the longest. And so now, since he was able to get away from that, he even said on one of his vlogs on the Major Wrestling Podcast that it was scary because because he's going to a different company, even though he's familiar with people that he's
Right.
going to be working with.
It's a
It was a scary thing because he's got to learn a whole new system and a whole new everything.
It was such a pickup for them, though. I mean, that guy stays in competition shape is ridiculous. More than almost everybody.
He's a lot bigger now than he was when he left.
His wrestling moves, his signatures, his finishers. I mean, everything about him. He's just a winner to pick up. So,
yeah,
and he's still young. He's super young still. He's just 30. That guy's
35.
He's got to put.
Yeah, he's got a lot of upside, and I think it'll work out for him in the long run. But anyway,
Art's in the chat. Mr. Art, unboxing art from Plastic Animals, a really good friend, fellow collector, and brother for us. So thank you for being here. He's working, so he's keeping us mute so he doesn't get in trouble. But I appreciate you being in the chat.
What's up, Art?
Welcome. I always say that Art has the voice for like reviews. He's got such a smooth voice. That guy's meant to do toy reviews.
Yeah. And he doesn't get a lot of credit that he deserves too, and he deserves a lot more subs than
for sure
that he has right now.
Be up there at a 10,000 sub mark already.
Yeah. Trying to read what Judge said.
Yeah, big department. Funko just decided to shut down the big department. We must have been only ones buying Savage Land.
We had to be. We had to have been, because they was peg warming like out the ass, And then once, just like anything else, once the shit goes on clearance, that's when people gobble them up, because they don't want to pay the $14.99. When it gets down to like $5 to $7, $7 to $5, then
they're in it.
They're all in.
It was a bummer, and also their action figures. I don't know how much everybody else was into it, but the Rick and Morty's, man, I'm kind of crushed that I didn't get in. We got 4 seasons now. They need to be kicking something out. Somebody needs to pick it up.
Yeah, I still haven't picked up the newest two the 2 new ones that they released with the suits.
Yeah, they're still around.
I just don't have no need for them, to be honest with you. I already got the main characters. The only thing I need is a Jerry and the Beth. There's Beth, the mom, or is that the daughter?
Yeah, it's just Summer.
Summer, yeah, okay. Beth and Jerry. I need those 2 characters to complete the family. If I can get those 2 people, I'm okay. Everybody else is just whatever. But you got to have the whole family, man. You can't just have Summer, Morty, and Rick. Instead of doing the whole cryo suit Morty and Rick, make Summer or Jerry, or make a sleepy Jerry or something. I don't care.
I don't know if you remember, I love Mezco Family Guy figures. They came out with just a package of just the family. I think they should do that for the Rick and Morty. We should get a family package. Mom, daughter, pets, sister, brother. They could do like a little family. Check this out. You see what I posted up here? This is Yali Luna. She says that she has an old teammate performing on AEW this coming Tuesday. That man, M. Dabu, he is going up against Billy Gunn. Isn't that awesome? Wow.
I watched AEW Dark, from their YouTube channel. Yeah. And they put their matches on there, or the highlights of it, should I say. And man, his son, Austin, wow, splitting the image of his dad. And if you look at him, you're like, damn, that's a young Billy Gunn right there. Looks exactly alike, body type, everything. The only thing, he's just a little bit shorter. He's not as tall as his dad, but aside from that, it's just a splitting image of him. And he acts like him, moves like him, talks like him, everything. So, but yeah, they tag team together as the Gun Club. So
that's cool.
Yeah, so they're a tag team. So it was cool. watching them wrestle. Now, as far as when they come down the ring entrance and do their thing, it's not too pleasant to watch. To be honest, on my end. But aside from that, they move pretty well. They're pretty good.
Shout out to our UK connection, Simon. He's in the chat. What's up, brother?
Simon.
You know what I saw recently? It's a YouTube video, and it's no secret that Scott Steiner, and there's no love with him in WWE. They've had pretty hard breakup.
Oh,
but apparently McMahon is going to try to smooth it over and get him back. Not necessarily for him to wrestle because he's old now, and he's falling apart.
God, I don't want him to be wrestling anymore.
Let him do like some of the commentary stuff, and the reason they really want him is because his brother Rick Steiner has this monster of a son. This dude is buff. He's been doing independent wrestling. He's a huge football player. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he's a Steiner also. He's Rick Steiner. They want to get in because they know if they can win Scott over and smooth out, they get this kid, and they're shooting for that this year. And I'm hoping to see it because I got to see the kid wrestling with him. He's a big monster. It'd be fun to see him, new blood.
Well, if they can make amends with Warrior, Jeff Jarrett, and among other people and get them in,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure they can probably maybe work a miracle with Scott. But man, Scott, he goes in. He hates Triple H. He might do it for a business end, but as far as personal and friendship, no, you could throw that shit out the window.
No, for real, it's true.
But I before his time is up, I would be surprised to see him back anytime soon.
Yeah, it's going to take a miracle or a lot of money. A lot of money. Look at Judson. He's been training now, man. We're about to get some new blood at the WWE.
There you go. But yeah, that's one reason why Rey Mysterio decided to, as far as I know, stay with the WWE, because there was talk of him wanting to, or AEW wanting to bring him in. But because of the fact that, the deal and that his son Dominic is part of the package deal, that's why he's staying there. So that's one reason why he's not really going anywhere. And plus, he's in the tail end of his career. What more could he do,
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing he can do now is just put over talent, if that's what he wants to do. I'm pretty sure that he has a choice in that. Most cases, no. Once you sign that deal with the WWE, they're the ones that control your character, not you.
Absolutely, yeah. They own a lot of people's gimmicks and stuff. When they get that, that's it. You can't take it with you. It's weird to see them have to change names and everything.
You might get lucky, like AJ Styles. He was able to keep his name and owns the rights to everything that he's doing.
Yeah.
So
it's rare.
Very rare. You got to be something special in Vincent's eyes in order to do that. That's why he gets the push that he gets, because I just wish they would treat all their talent like they treat AJ.
They could.
It would be so much better. The product would be so much better, and
people wouldn't be leaving. They're leaving in droves. They wouldn't if it was a place they were happy at.
Yeah.
Look, switching over from wrestling.
I hear that a lot of NXT. Say that again.
Well, we're just going to talk about that. The NECA Toonie Tears. Well, they have the Toonie Classics. Do you have any interest in the Back to the Future? They're asking from the chat. The Back to the Future Toonie Classics.
Oh.
The NECA pop out.
Those look good. I wouldn't mind, because those are actually based on the cartoon, the animated series.
Yeah, it didn't do well, but they're amazing looking.
So that would be a cool collection to add,
For sure. And they're cheap. If you get them pre-order on BBTS, they're cheap. They're like $12 a pop.
You already pre-order your set?
Oh, not yet, but I'm thinking about it because I like it. The one comes with the dog Einstein, and they're going to kick out a vehicle for it. It's exciting.
Yeah, those would be kind of cool to add to the collection. If I see them, I'll pick them up. If not, I'm not going to go out my way to pre-order and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But if I see
Our
them in
brother,
stores, I'll pick up a few of them. You
yeah,
know,
for sure. Our brother Brad, fellow toy
Brad.
collector, YouTuber. He's one of our main men here on Toy Savages. He's in the chat. Everybody give him a shout. Make sure to check out his channel, the One Man Toy Show. This guy's so
Here's his,
talented.
here's the package that he sent me. So pretty soon I'm going to do a mail call video, and so this is the package that Brad sent me. So excited to share this guy with y'all and everything. And then I got another package in the mail from all the way from Canada. And then I got one more package from a fellow collector, Brandon Backlund. So very
Also, awesome guy.
exactly. very excited to do a video, mail call video, to show you the goodies that I got from each and every one of these fellow collectors. Okay, you can make me small now.
Make you small.
Make me small. Thanks to your buddy NASCAR, man. He got me saying that shit.
Yeah,
Make me large. Make me small. The only reason why I say that is because sometimes when you put me on there, you just leave me on there like it's like just me not doing nothing. And
they won't look at me. Curtis says he's excited for all the new AEW guys coming out. That Orange Cassidy, the skateboard kid, like they got a lot of really cool. Man, I really hope we get 2, 3, 4 waves at least of that those stuff, because we need to get a Matt Cardona now.
Yeah, I know. Harry wants to get one. Mr. Sandman PR Vlogs.
He's dying for it.
Yeah, because he's been after a Zack Ryder figure to go with his Hawkins.
We got our Justin Crump in the chat, brother Justin.
Crunk.
Give him a
That
shout.
guy. No, I want to talk about Justin for a minute. You know, in a good way, because that guy really overhauled his collection recently. He hit me up and he was like in a bind in the situation where he just wasn't happy with where his collection was, and he needed some advice on what to do with it. And so basically, make a long story short, I don't want to drag this out any more than it needs to. Long story short, he basically took that saying that I always say at the end of my videos, buy what you love and not what you like, because if you buy what you like, you'll end up getting rid of it. Well, that's what he did. He got rid of just about almost everything that he liked and was able to make that into a profit and into well, nope, too new for Dave. No Tony Terry. Oh. But anyways, back to my storytelling, I guess. He was able to get rid of majority of the things that he only liked and make them to a good profit and make it into store credit to add things that he probably wouldn't have been able to get, you know, when he did. And so now he's in a place with his collection that he's very content and happy with. And so for that, I was happy for him to do that. And like I told him, I said, you know, I don't want no credit or anything. You don't have to give me credit. You know, I just want to make sure that, you know, you're happy with where you're at, you know. And so that's what I did, you know, and somewhat doing now. I'm just trying to find, I'm still going through a lot of shit right now as far as what I have in my collection. Right. But there's a lot of things that, you know, that just I didn't need, you know. It's like, why do I have this? You know, this doesn't go into what I have and what I'm trying to build here. Yeah. So that being said, you know, I just wanted to share that with y'all, because the simple fact that you had somebody that wasn't happy with what he had and decided to go do something about it. And that's what a lot of people don't be doing, you know, because simple fact they're we accumulate a lot of things, but we don't take the time to look around what we have and figure out if this is what we need that fits into what we're trying to accomplish here, you know.
If we're not just getting caught up in the hunt and, you know,
and
really
that's Hey, that's what happened when I no problem, Justin. You're welcome. And so how many splinters do you have? You probably
Dozens.
got like what, 30 of them? They're all naked too.
I probably got about 10 naked, and then some with the different levels of completion. And then I have one NECA that's like the boss.
Right. But what I was saying was that when I started back into collecting, that's what happened to me. I got caught up in the hype. I was a
Yeah,
hype beast. I bought like Funko Pops, figures,
yeah,
and uh, just for the sake of it. And plus, at that particular time when I started back into it, I wasn't in the right headspace, and I was going through a lot with certain things in my life, and I was just spending money that I didn't need to spend.
yeah.
Uh, but I was able to get my shit together, and all that stuff that I bought, I no longer have because I was able to uh, weed it out of my collection because it wasn't, I didn't need it.
Right.
I didn't love it, should I
Yeah, I
say?
love it.
So if I'm not gonna love something and enjoy what I have, then there's no point in me having it. So
Here's a new business idea Brad's coming up with for you. You can make some money.
no, I could. And that's another thing with Narc. I'll tell he might look at it differently, but I remember I had a conversation with him one day. Yeah, we was just like it was an all day conversation. It was pretty much he was kind of like in a similar situation like Justin was. I basically told him, I said, look, I'll be watching your videos. I know what you got, and you don't need this shit. I just told him that. And so he kind of like looked at, he kind of paused for a second and was just like, you know what, that's what I'm currently doing now. So he basically got a head start before I really even said anything. But now that's where he has
That's
his
awesome.
collection with that now, because he realized there was a lot of stuff that he had, a lot of clutter that he
Yeah,
didn't need, that he could uh, potentially turn into a profit and add to what his collection is now. Because like I said, there's a lot of times where we get caught up in a lot of things and we accumulate so much shit, and we just like, whoa, where did all this come from? So, but anyways, that's enough about that. But yeah, that's all. I just want to seed. I want to see people happy with what they have, and be content with what they
yeah.
got, and not just be overwhelmed
And they don't have regrets later.
by, yeah. So, but yeah, that's why I'm so I wouldn't say picky, but I'm so adamant when it comes to certain things, like especially with modern stuff. There's a lot of good stuff out there, but I just know what I can afford, and what I know that will go good with what I have and what I'm trying to build, as a toy curator. But it's not me trying to knock anything, but it's just me saying, look, you know what, that's fine, but I don't need that from my collection. You just got to learn how to separate the two. Just because Kevin, the tattoo toy hunter, collects almost everything and multiples of it, that doesn't mean that that's what I need to do. Because
Yeah,
that's how you collect, and
we don't have to
that's
keep
fine.
up with the Kardashians.
Exactly. It's so that's why when I had to evaluate when it comes to certain things like the He-Man origins, I had to think like, do I need this, or am I just collecting it just for nostalgic purposes, or if I'm just collecting it just to collect it, just to have
Yeah,
something to do. When
it
I
has
have a
to.
perfectly good vintage He-Man and Battle Cat in my collection, I don't need another one. So
Yeah.
that's all. That's all it is.
When it came to the origin stuff for me, like I'm a early '70s baby. I was born in '74, so the time that Motu originally came out, that hit me so hard walking in for the first time at a Walmart and seeing them. It did something psychological to me to see those oranges. I was a kid in the '80s back in Walmart. I have to get them all because it struck something with me, that love. The first time I fell in love with seeing Motu.
Yeah, and that's fine, and that's okay because there's nothing wrong with that, because a lot of times, when people, because as you can see, what's the old saying goes, what's old is new,
You're right. Yeah.
and we're seeing a lot of that. We're seeing a lot of that, and especially with the retro Ghostbusters, the re-releases of the real Ghostbusters. And the
Right.
reason why I wanted those is because I didn't have any of that in my collection. Didn't have any of that as a kid. But even though it's not an official Kenner product, but it is owned by Hasbro. That the label, the brand, the name is owned by Hasbro. But the retro stuff, which is pretty cool, because even though you told me that you're not interested in getting that because it's pretty much the same mold, with the exception of a couple of things, but you already have that, so there's no need for you to want to go out and buy another steak puff or a Slimer or something, because when you have a perfectly good vintage one,
Yeah.
and so that's why I picked it up, is because even though it's not the real Kenner, even though it's owned by a different company, it's not the same, but it's just like a retro version of it, so which is pretty cool. Now, will they go out and make all those monsters like the
Oh, those monsters are. I'm still hunting down a couple. I love them. The Frankenstein, the vampire. I want to get the actual turtle monsters too, like when they did the Hollywood monster theme. Those are more expensive than just the regular turtles.
Yeah.
74
they are.
Shout out to my 74 brothers in the chat.
I want to touch up on what Brad said. Yeah, right there. Yeah, that is true though. A lot of people, a lot of collectors do that. They do have a habit of just buying stuff when they don't even know what it is. Sometimes, I think a lot of times when people get criticized, it's because they just trying to go along with what everybody else was hot. That's one of the main criticisms that a lot of collectors get.
In that hunt, like you want to be the first to find it. It's exciting to hunt it down, like to track it.
Now I'm not the biggest pop collector. I don't have a whole lot of them. I probably got like a dozen of them. But my thing with pops is they produce a lot of characters that regular toy companies don't. And so it's only natural to want to go out and buy the whole Snoopy line or the whole whatever line of cartoon that they Ren and Stimpy. I can't talk today.
Are we getting a new Ren and Stimpy reboot cartoon? I heard. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I heard that.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, wow. No, I'm not surprised there. Nothing surprises me if they reboot anything.
No kidding.
But yeah, so it's just like, it's only natural to be drawn to certain characters that you don't have in your collection when it comes to pops and stuff. And like Mean Gene. Like recently, I picked up a Mean Gene Oakland pop. Why? Because I don't have anything to represent him.
Right.
He was one of the big people.
I'm like you. That one guy needs to be memorialized in your toy room.
And so, because since his Bat figure is so expensive these days, I'm okay with the pop. And,
I just want I can't remember who the wrestler is. But that wrestler that has the head sculpt, that's the one I'm hunting down. Not the whole body, because I'll customize a tuxedo suit for him. I just want the head sculpt. But that figure, I want to say it might have been Seth Rollins, but it's expensive just because his head's in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm trying to complete my Howard Finkel figure, my Bat figure of him. I just need the arms. Just need his arms. I have everything else. So I'm trying to see if I can find a good deal for the arms, and it's a reused part too, because I think they reused the same mold for what was that guy's name that used to be the voice of Alberto Del Rio back in the day? Ricardo, I think.
Oh yeah, his hype guy.
Yeah, him. Yeah, the little Mexican
hype guy,
Hispanic. Ring announcer, his personal ring announcer guy. But he has the same arms and stuff. So I think if I can just at least get the arms, from either or, I'll be happy because it's the same mold and it fits the same. So
Curtis brought up that
the Fiend Mochi.
yeah, that WWE Eternia. We might see him in it. One of the future.
I'm trying to figure out what character he's based off of. You know, they're trying to do with that.
the ultimate Mattel Ultimate Fiend that we've seen prototype shots.
That I want.
Yeah.
That I won't mind getting. I would love to get me an Ultimate Fiend.
I also want to get the Playhouse one with all the puppets because I actually went out to Hobby Lobby. I bought the foam boards. I'm gonna build his diorama, the little Playhouse deal, Firefly Playhouse, for that character when it comes out. I'm pretty excited for it. It's still pre-ordered over here.
The reason why I'm not really too big on getting the 77 series Fiend is because with the Ultimate, it's the exact same thing. The only thing that you're getting that's different with the Ultimate compared to the 77 and what you're not getting is one, what you're not getting with the 77 is his coat. And two, what you're not getting, yeah. And then two, what you're not getting with the Ultimate is the lantern. So that's the only thing. But I'd rather have the Ultimate one with the coat, with the alternate head sculpt, and with the belt. You know, that's what I'm looking for. The lantern, I could probably get that on eBay or something. I'm sure there will be people just selling the lantern as a prop, so that's no big deal. So that's the only reason why I'm more hard on with the Ultimate Edition than I am with the actual Elite version. So
whenever you get like also that Ultimate head sculpt with the tongue sticking out, that's how you want to display things, not the standard vanilla standing. You know, that coat with the tongue sticking out head sculpt is going to be epic. That's what I want.
Yep. So, but if I do happen to see him in stores, I'll probably more likely will either one stash him somewhere and get him whenever, or just go ahead and just pick him up. You know, but he's not a pressing need like the Ultimate is.
He'll eventually be around.
Yep. So
let's see. 72 was better. 74. Poor Jetson can't Motu. It went quick, man. Motu filled up in my Walmarts. I have within an hour of me, I probably have 6-7 Walmarts. They all got them for a day or two, and they sold out like it was going out of style. It was crazy how fast.
Yeah, it's a popular line. You know, it's going to be a good line for a lot of collectors. You know.
Yeah, they're going to come back with a second wave of them all, and then that wave will probably be out there for a little bit. Brad says, I agree.
Yeah, like I always say, I know I always bring this up a lot, but you know, I would, like I said in the previous streams and other conversations we've had, I'll never have another meltdown over if I can't find nothing, because the last time I did that was I can't believe I was like that. I couldn't believe I did that. That was the whole Brachiosaurus legacy thing. I mean, I couldn't believe I had a meltdown over that. And I told myself, never again will I ever act like that about a toy. So that's why I'm not really pressed for anything anymore. You know, it'd be nice to have them, but the only thing that I'm really after at this moment as we speak that's out is the Casey Jones 2-pack. I know I mentioned that a few times.
The one with Daft?
Yeah.
Overcoat, because that's the movie style. That's nice.
Yeah, that's the one, because I need that to go with my turtles. You know, you got to have that. You know, even if I can just get a Casey Jones, I'll be happy. I'm not too crazy about the undercover Raph. It's nice and all, and it'd be a great addition. But you know,
it's real iconic for the movie. That theme meet up. Was epic.
Yeah, it's that I wouldn't mind having. I do need to get the Splinter and the Shredder and the Foot Soldiers, but they're also coming out with 2-packs, so I do need those to get caught up with that line. As far as anything else, I do need to finish Series 3 of the Motu WWE stuff.
Yeah,
and Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of low key jealous when you found the whole wave. Like, fuck.
Yeah, but dropping that coin, man, was hard to do.
Because normally it'd be me getting all the stuff before you. So now you one up me on that one. So I can't say shit.
$100 was hard to drop.
Hey,
No hot toys, just I don't own any hot toys. Not that I don't love them, they're so expensive.
Yeah, it's that's one thing about Justin too. That I will say that when he wants a hot toy, he'll get a hot toy. He'll find any means necessary to get him a hot toy. He's trying to get me to buy one. I'm like, no.
Yeah,
that's too fancy for me. That's too nice for me. I don't need. I wouldn't know what to do with it. That's why I say I'm not an articulate kind of guy.
Yeah.
I don't know how to articulate.
We're a different generation.
I try and it looks all goofy looking. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. so why do I need figures that I don't know how to articulate? That's why pretty much most of the new stuff that I get, they're in boxes because that I keep them in box because they look nice to me like that. Than loose. I got lucky with the Red Hulk. Thanks to Justin, he was able to find me one because I wanted a Red Hulk because Toy Biz didn't make a Red Hulk. It happened later on, just shortly after Hasbro bought them out. But we got a BAF Red Hulk figure. But as far as actual Toy Biz, Toyetic Red Hulk, we don't have that. So that's why I had to get one because I wanted a Red Hulk to go along with the Toy Biz Gray and Green Hulk, which I'm still currently looking for. But yeah, I can't. I don't know how to pose figures. I don't know how to do none of that shit.
That's not part of our generation, man. We just like ping, ping, ping.
No, it looks good. Don't get me wrong. For people that know how to do that, but I can't. I be watching guys like Charterman's Prime and who else that does toy reviews that knows how to articulate. I can't. I try to pose like they do. I fail every time. I just like fuck it.
It's not as easy with our stuff either, though. I mean, we don't have 36 points of articulation in our 90s toys.
Right. So what's a hot toy going to do for me if I can't pose a simple legend?
I'll have to get rid of the kids here, man, to afford them, first of all, because they're just as big as the kids.
Right.
It says that, I guess we're too old because we're making him want to go find his Motu castle.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s. And then he says, 82 is his year because Black Sabbath. I love Black Sabbath, man.
Sabbath. They made a I think it was them that made Goldberg's entrance music when he did the Universal Soldiers 2 The Return film.
Oh, wow.
I think, he came out to one of their songs. I think it was Black Sabbath. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Curtis would know what I'm talking about.
For the movie.
But anyways,
the only thing I have on that is they didn't cover up Goldberg's tattoo very well. You could still see it.
No, they didn't. They did. Well, while we're at it, why don't we just go ahead and take a look at some of this ringside collectible stuff? You've been having this screen for a while.
Yeah, I was just trying to keep up with everybody's comments too. Let's see.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Do what you got to do, man. Yeah, that's Garrigo Undertaker. I really wanted that. Justin took that. I remember when Justin sent me a picture of that. And he was like, "Oh yeah, it's such and such. Go ahead and get it." And so I went ahead and got it. Well, I went to go get it, and I messaged him. I said, "Hey, somebody went ahead and took the Scareglow Undertaker, but I just let Braun. I didn't want Braun like that. I wanted the Undertaker." And and then later that evening, this fool sends me a picture of him all out and glow in the dark and stuff. I'm like, "So you're the one who took the Undertaker?" That's cool though. Hey, I don't knock any collector. If you find it before I do, by all means, you're in the right to take it. Whatever. I'm not gonna hate at all. And in
the world we're living in right now, man, this is a release for all of us. This hobby, collection, this life. This is keeping our sanity together, so we can get through this BS. What do you think about those Raiders? Do you like Viking Raiders as a wrestling team, a tag team?
I like them, but I don't like how they're being used.
Yeah,
So hopefully this underground thing that their storyline that they're doing can put them over, because they haven't really been doing very well. They were good. They were awesome in NXT, but once they got brought up to the main roster, just like majority of everybody else that gets brought up, just nope. But I don't like their elites. I rather I'd rather all right later Justin. I'd rather buy the I was looking at on eBay and on Amazon. They have they have other figures. I can't remember what it's called. It's a toy company that makes those retro style Mego figures, and they also make independent wrestling figs as well. So they make a lot of figures that we don't get side that's not Mattel or Jazzware or whatever. But I like that. I like that other figure better than Elite. If I can remember what it was, I can't remember the name of it. But anyways, that looks pretty decent.
I don't know what I just did.
What you do?
Get out this page.
Uh-oh. You're stuck.
Shit. There we go. I don't know what to go through first. We got so many. There's already like elite, like I think 100 and some for you can already purchase before all the 70s. It's weird.
Are you gonna get those guys?
I'm gonna be very picky about the ones I get. You know which ones I really want? Is the UFC figures. I want a few of those. From the 77, of course, I got the Fiend. I got 2 of the Fiends. But I'm a big fan. I followed Ronda over from the UFC, so I would like to get. Also, I like Ravishing Rick Rude from this wave. Mrs. Elizabeth is awesome too. To go with macho-ness. The rest I don't really care about. I saw I kind of want to get what's this kid's name? The one that's Riddle here. Kind of wanted to get Riddle to go with my Dunn. He comes with I love sandals.
Yeah, Cincy Nerdman, he got a Matt Riddle too, and he loves that figure.
Yeah, I saw that. He was lucky to.
You know, I was watching. I've been watching a lot of Impact highlights on YouTube. And there's a tag team. One of the guys is now currently on NXT, called the Bromans, and it got me thinking about all these gimmicks that had the word "bro" in it, and they were like the first ones that I can remember that I recall seeing that had the word "bro" in it. So you had like the Bromans that consisted of Robbie E, and I forgot the other guy's name. And then now in WWE, you had what was that team? What was the name of that team that what's his name? Ryder and Mojo Rawley did. I can't remember the name of that.
I just watched the video
or something. I can't remember what it was. It was weird. And but now you got Matt Riddle who says bro all the time.
Right, yeah, he's that kind of surfer, pothead, California guy.
I'm just trying to think of what that fucking name is with Ryder and Mojo. That was my wife hated that team.
Yeah,
she hated that gimmick. She was like, "What the hell is this shit? That's stupid."
It was goofy.
Oh my gosh! No wonder why I didn't get over.
Matt Riddle is a have. Let's see.
I'm still trying to think of that freaking name of that toy company. Oh gosh, I can't remember.
There's so many.
If I remember the name, I'll let you pull it up so you kind of see the difference. See what you like prefer.
Style.
I just can't remember.
Bret Hart, Goldberg. I got a Goldberg coming from Harry, so I don't need that. I don't want Triple H, but I want China in this 2-pack.
You can probably get it and then just get rid of Triple H.
Yeah, sell them off maybe, but it's expensive.
Sell them off or
I
trade
think
bait
down
or
the
whatever.
road we're going to get a single pack of her so they can make more money on it.
Yeah.
One-man toy shows. You got to check out Brad, man.
Yeah, Justin, you need to check out Brad. His videos are insane, man. Especially the
He's gonna
editing
blow up.
process that he does. My gosh, it puts my editing to shame. Well, everybody does.
Hey, but you're moving up. Like your stuff's getting. You got. I mean, it's clear to begin with, so that's great. But now you're adding in a lot of stuff, so it's just gonna get better and better.
Oh, I'm just simple, man. I don't need to be high tech with all this. One day I probably will, but hey, I'm just gonna stick with the formula that works for me. You know, just a simple phone, pause, and play, pause, and start. That's my editing. So.
This elite top picks wave here, which is not any of the elite numbered ones, hit my Walmart already, but they've already sold half of them. But
I bet.
It's got these 4 guys: Strowman, Reigns, Rollins, and Ricochet. They look good. Like that Reigns. The Reigns is something that I kind of thought about, but
I think a lot of people are going to want that Roman Reigns. I think that's I don't until they make an ultimate Reigns. That's probably going to be the end-all, be-all Reigns for the time being. To be honest with you, I mean, I remember when Mattel when Mattel first started the license. Man, those figures were awful. And I used to talk bad about that shit, and that's why I always thought Jakks Pacifics were far superior in the beginning than, well, not in the beginning, but towards the end, their figures, even though all their figures were the exact same body mold, except for the head sculpts, but they were far superior than what Mattel had put out in the beginning. And so fast forward 10 years later, they're on the top of their game. They're pretty good, you know. But just so much time has passed. Like a lot of their elites that they did in the beginning, they're fucking rare and hard to find and expensive shit if you do.
Too expensive. This Reigns here on this top picks 2021 for next year. Reigns comes with long hair and an alternate head sculpt, short hair. Now that he buzzed it, it looks like a really good figure. That's a cool one. Another thing that's probably most people have no interest in is because of my profession, I want the damn ambulance still.
Oh yeah, I see that everywhere. I see that everywhere.
Here's the UFC guys. I'm such a big John Jones fan. Cowboy Donald Cerrone. What's his name? McGregor. And they're not. I mean, $23. That's cheap. They're really nice. I wish they would come out and do.
I remember back in the day, John Jones. He could never keep himself clean.
His only problem is he's a pothead. You know, he parties, but pot is not a performance enhancer. I don't think it should matter. It's not a It's not going to make him stronger or faster. I don't think so. But yeah, I mean, he's an amazing fighter. He's got the wingspan, his skills. He has that knee cut where he's like the knee kicks. I mean, he's an amazing fighter, but he needs to keep his shit together to make that money. You know, retire, then smoke your dope. I'm okay with that. He's awesome, though, but the McGregor also.
He has that reach.
Yeah, you know. He's got crazy reach over most people. I mean, but look at that. They did a good job on him. He got 2 head sculpts. He got the belt. They're really pre-ordered mid-August, so they're already about to drop. I just can't. I got to slow down because too much damn stuff coming out.
You got to decide what you want. Is UFC or is it vintage? One or the other, Kevin. Can't have both.
Damn it.
Like what do they say? You can't have your cake. You need it too.
Can't. Oh, let's look at this. What did I say? Yeah, this AEW. Man, this is the unrivaled two set. Let's take a look at it. I like these friggin' luchadors that came over.
Oh yeah, Ray Phoenix and
yeah, this guy Ray Phoenix and Pentagon. They've been
Pentagon,
around.
yeah.
I've seen them wrestle in Japan
yeah.
and Mexico. They're all over the place. They're good.
Pentagon, I think I think he's a former Impact champion as well. If I'm
Yeah,
correct.
he did a singles too. Yeah, they're good together.
Whatever happened to your boy Pac, or what's his name? What was he in? Neville.
Oh, whatever
Because
happened to
they
him?
were supposed to be in a
He
group
just
together
disappeared.
too, but I don't even know what happened to Pac
He just
or
disappeared.
Neville.
I'm a big
So he was
Dustin
there
Rhodes
and he's gone. He came back and gone again. Yeah, that I wouldn't mind getting. I would love to get that one.
I'm a huge Goldust fan from the beginning of his character all the way through, and this is like kind of a continuation. I'm excited for it. I liked
He just
him and
basically just took the same idea, just made it black and red. You know.
yeah, they couldn't take that away from him. Also, they had this ringside collectibles has the wrestling accessories with wheelchairs and stretchers. I want to pick up all that crap. Here's these boxes for this first wave is so nice.
Yeah, that's why that was one of the things that Cincy was talking about, was that the packaging is phenomenal, but there's no way there wasn't any way you could salvage it to take the figures and put it back in if you wanted to.
Yeah,
That's why he just ripped the shit out of it just to get it open. He's just like, fuck it, and I'm not even going to try. Not even going to try to save it.
I want all of these guys and the ring.
He said if there's any two figures to get from that line, if you just wanted to pick two figures out of all of it, he said the Young Bucks are the best ones to go with. You know,
they look incredible, but damn, I want all of them. But yeah, those Young Bucks are amazing.
You know, I think if there was any reason why I would buy them, it would just to be put man in card. I wouldn't display them because you don't know how long AEW will be around. Hopefully, it'll be around for a long time. You know, but you know everything has its shelf life. So if I was just to get those and just keep them in on card, I could say at least I got Jazzware AEW figs. No. That's how I kind of regret not buying none of the TNA figures back in the day when Jack Pacifics had that license. Now they're like out the wazoo.
Yep.
Now that would be a good buy because look at all that stuff you're getting with them.
Yeah, all the puppets, you can set up the whole thing
for your playhouse.
Have you ever come to this channel and looked at some of these Japan wrestlers? Man, their figures are ridiculously nice.
I still can't remember the freaking name of that one company. Excuse me for a minute.
No problem. Let me come back over here to the chat. Since I've abandoned, I apologize. No editing skills because I'm on my phone and I have big gorilla hands. I hear you there. Too much stress in the community lately. Yeah, Judson, the pandemic has really affected it. Yep. People are breaking on it. They're cracking, man. Man, yeah. You know who else I want is Keith Lee, man. I like Keith Lee from NXT. But also, R-Truth, he's earned his rights. He's an awesome wrestler. That's a good-looking figure for R-Truth. Pot is good for the soul. They need to make it legal for us guys 40s and up. You can't have your vintage cake and your modern cake, too. He plays a good MJ. Wasn't he MJ Fifth? Yeah, he plays a good spoiled punk. Michael J. Fox is a hero. He's a Red Bull. Yeah, Kenny Omega, that ring with the 2 figures is going to be epic. No ring, Kevin. You don't have. I already have like 3 or 4 rings, but I need that AEW ring. But not for 20. Let's wait till it goes down to 10. Yeah, the Firefly Funhouse is going to be awesome. I like the little puppets. That's crazy that they made that. I still haven't seen AEW. I think it's supposed to be rotating through Walmart. So I have not seen it yet. Just like everybody else, I see the belt and I see the ring. Yeah, all over the walls, the different colors. Put a BBTS real quick before we end it. Big Bad. Is it Big Bad? Yeah, there we go. Oh, Earthrise is up here. A lot of people like that Taken stuff coming out. It's pretty epic.
All right. I'm back, better than ever. Remember that theme song with Eric Bischoff?
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of Bischoff, he made his one-time appearance on AEW recently.
Did he really?
Yes, he was. It was that little debate thing that Jericho and Orange Cassidy had, and he was part of that. It was his first time being on TNT television in like 20 years, I think. But he said that was just a one-off appearance. But then again, you know how with people, when they always say it's a one-off appearance,
yeah,
they end up coming back for like a year or so. All right, so I grabbed my thingamajig here, and
high tech.
I know, right?
Bad
because I'm trying to figure out what the name of that freaking toy company is that I was talking about the Viking Raiders and stuff.
Jesus.
So what we got looking here?
We came up with the Big Bad toy store already. I think I saw. Did Cincy get this Golden Axe skeleton 2-pack? That is such a cool accessory or 2-pack to get with the skeletons.
Yeah, that'd be a neat little 2-pack to have one day
For sure. It goes with everything.
Yeah.
This right here. I know
a lot of people want those Disney things that you just showed.
$45 for one little figure. I want the Pinocchio and the Prince John because he's got this shit, I can't talk. He's got the awesome crown and everything. The accessories, they come with like characters. You're getting little extra characters as an accessory. But I'm not going to pick up any of them for $45. That's not in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, that's a little pricey for what you get. But then again, it is Disney. You gotta remember that.
Yeah. What's we got here? The classic toonies are in here real cheap, like I was saying earlier. Let's see. I'll look it up real quick. This looks expensive, but this is just because you can order the whole way for $60, but $15, and they go down to $12. Like here, I got this Ash for $12 at Target. So it was even cheaper, and I already have it. This one you still have to wait for a pre-order. I like the Creepshow one. Here's all the $13.99 for all the Back to the Futures. That's not a bad price at all.
No, that's pretty reasonable for what you get.
And there's accessories. They don't show them right here in this picture, but like. Let's look at what you get with Marty. Well, you get the skateboard, you get the guitar.
That's actually a pretty good deal for what you get with the amount of detail and paint apps that comes with it.
Yeah, and I think you may get Einstein here with Doc. Let's see. Yeah, you get Einstein. That's cool. You get another character. You get his little radio.
So when you ever get done with this, look up Figures Toy Company. That's the wrestling toy company. I wouldn't say wrestling. Well, yeah, I guess I could say that. But they also make figures, and they make Legends of Professional Wrestling. That's a series that they have, and then they got other stuff as well.
Okay, I'll type it in. Look at this. 25 bucks is good. You get both characters, all the accessories, all the guitars.
Yeah,
That's cool. That's the tuning classics also. That's gonna be I'm gonna probably get those and the Back to the Futures.
yeah. Those two would be worth getting to any collection.
Yeah. Let's see.
Figures Toy Company.
Okay, let me type it in now. I'm gonna run through these characters real quick. Big box. Judson got a big BBTS box today. Can't wait to see what that's at. We're not gonna see it on the channel, but we'll see it on Facebook. Yeah, the S7s are awesome, but man, 45 bucks a pop. But they're epic. I can't afford it. That's like 100 and some bucks for those three, but they're amazing. All right, let me go to your channel. Let's see. What was it again, man?
Figures Toy Company.
Figures.
I know it's a weird name, but I wonder why I couldn't remember it.
Is
While
it
you do that, I want to show my my recent Jurassic World haul.
All right, let me put it on you while I'm typing.
Make me large.
Large and in charge.
Yeah, there it is.
You found it? Okay, we'll go to you first, though.
Recently, I did pick up a few re-release, not re-releases, but a few Jurassic World stuff. And one of the live streams, I mentioned how a lot of Jurassic World collectors have to rely on overseas to get some certain figures, because here in the States we don't get a whole lot like we should be getting. But that's just the way it is, because not everybody's gonna pick up every single figure that they release. So, but anyways, luckily, due to the resets with Target and Walmart, I was able to pick up a couple of Soundstrike figures. I'm missing one of them, which I'll show here in a second. But the first one I want to show off is part of the Camp Cretaceous line. It's based on the new TV series on Netflix that's coming out this fall. And this is part of the Soundstrike assortment. And this is the Parasaurolophus. Won't be able to make any sounds because it's got this big strip where the battery is connected at the bottom. But yeah, this is the Camp Cretaceous logo right there, if you can see that. Sorry if you can't. And then there is the main characters, the three kids that the series is going to be revolved around. And then there's Toro, the Carnotaurus. I still need to find him. But anyways, this is the Parasaurolophus. And let me do a quick comparison to the one that I got from the Dino Rivals line, the Dual Attack, or the Mega Dual Attack, I guess. So here is the original release from the Dino Rivals line compared to this one. You can tell it's a little cartoony and it's got pink on it. Don't know if dinosaurs were ever pink, but hey, who knows? You know, right? Anyways, so that's the first one. The second one I got that I was really excited about was the Majungasaurus. So here is the Majungasaurus, and it looks kind of like the Brazilian flag. I say that just because of the color scheme and how the scheme is, you know. So it's got the or 7-Up, should I say 7-Up colors? but yeah, Majungasaurus, really happy about that. As far as the one that I need now is the Irritator. So it's that thing right there. And I did find one, but the thing I passed on was because this strip right here that holds this right here, it was on its neck and it was pressed in. And when I removed the strip, the neck was already just folded in. Just it wasn't any good. There was no way to kind of salvage that. And then one of the eyes was really loopy. So that was a pass for me. But I'll find one eventually. So, and then the last thing I got was the Savage Strike Pachycephalosaurus. Now, this is just basically a repaint of the Legacy collection that came out a couple of years ago, and the other Sound Strike, the purple version that came out from the Dino Rivals line. And I do like this color scheme. This looks like more natural color than anything. So I was able to find this at Kroger's Marketplace, of all things, of all places. So very happy about that. But yeah, that's my haul. So you can go ahead and make me small again.
All right.
So yeah, that's the company, Figures Toy Company.
Over here.
So they got Ring of Honor figures, and you can see all their license that they have. And what they're basically, they do wrestling figures, but they also do Mego style figures.
These aren't bad looking. These wrestling figures.
Oh, they're not. You know, that's why I was saying the Viking Raiders that they did, I like them better than the Mattel version.
Yeah.
You may think differently, and that's fine. That's just my preference, you know.
You never know. I mean, I liked all the old stuff too, so probably not going to hate on it. They got a lot of stuff here.
Yeah, they do. They got a lot of.
Look at that Kiss Migos type stuff.
Mm-hmm. So,
here's
like I
all
said, a lot of their outside the wrestling stuff. The rest of it's more like Mego style stuff. So
yeah.
And I know you like Mego style figures.
Yeah, I try to stay with the vintage though, but I have never bought any of the new Mego releases. But I'm not lying. The monsters look cool.
The one that I think that I wouldn't mind having, as far as that goes, is probably I wouldn't mind the Andre the Giant and the Bruce Lee.
Yeah, those are iconic. I love Space Ghost. I'm a big Space Ghost fan. I like the Herculoids from Hanna-Barbera.
Mm-hmm.
And that stuff also I know that Brad likes. Me and him have that in common. Let's see here. And they have a lot of licenses.
Yeah, they do. They have a lot more than I thought they did. I thought it was just wrestling in DC, and then once I looked at their stuff, I was like, "Holy shit!" You got a lot more than I thought they did.
Look at all these belts, all custom art Ring of Honor belts. I used to love I saw a kid like Kevin. What's his name? Kevin Owens. I saw him at Ring of Honor before I ever saw him come back to WWE.
Mm-hmm.
I watched him at Ring of Honor forever, and also what's his name? CM Punk. So many of them went through that circuit.
Yeah.
Yeah, their Mego stuff's cool. It's colorful. I like Kiss. I'm currently putting a little Kiss theme together in my toy room too.
You remember fellow YouTuber RV Collectibles?
Oh yeah, for sure. He's still around.
He gets a lot of their stuff when it comes to Mego stuff. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of like superheroes Mego that he picks up. I've watched a lot of his videos when he does those Mego unboxing reviews. And they have a lot of stuff here.
Yeah, they do. They got a very vast selection of stuff when it comes to their license and things. A lot of stuff that other companies don't make or do. So that's an option if anybody's interested in getting that kind of style of figures, you know. And a lot of people don't talk about them. I just only know them because of one through RV and two because I think I think I follow them on Facebook. I think I follow them. But those guys right there, I wouldn't mind getting some of those.
I need the Blue Meanie. He's underrated, but his stint with ECW, getting his ass kicked, bleeding all the time. I love Blue Meanie.
That Blue Mini would go good in your collection.
Yeah, he made a couple comebacks throughout the years. Look, Conan, you don't even see Conan anymore. He's just he's like a big man now. He doesn't have to wrestle. He's kind of behind the scenes.
Oh, he let himself go.
I'm sure.
He doesn't look nothing like he did in the '90s when he was in the CMLL or AAA or WCW.
I used to before WWE, not before WWE, but I was a bigger WCW fan first. And I remember like the luchadors like Juventud Guerrero. I used to love watching that dude wrestle. He was so high flying.
Oh, Mr. Salamander.
Yeah, he got in trouble. He's like a bit junky and stuff.
A lot of people don't know what that means. Juventud. A Mexican salamander. But anyways, but yeah, him and Silver King and Hector Garza. I'm trying to figure out. Oh yeah, Mikey Ripwreck. That guy came from nothing to become the person that he is today, because his story was pretty insane. Because he was just a body, and I think if my memory serves me correct, I think he was just like nothing but a ring guy, and they needed a body, and he just happened to just get in there and bounce around and do whatever, and they liked what they saw, and then he just became a regular and then became good at it. So he was able to become nothing, and then just become the wrestler that he was,
Judson says WWF was better. But that Monday Night Show, man, they gave him a run. I love that.
They did.
Until they started doing
but that one fateful night when they wanted to get ahead of themselves and give away the results, and after that, they never looked back.
Yeah.
I mean, they were doing it before they gave away the Mick Foley, but because of the fact that they said that Mick Foley, better known as Cactus Jack, during his WCW days, just won the World Heavyweight Champion. And who wants to see that? They were talking shit about it, and then because of that, they decided to go ahead and turn in, and they never looked back. So,
damn it, yeah, Beast Poppin', that's a great channel, Brothers Beast Poppin'. I know he does a lot more like Funko related, I believe, but still awesome. I'm into it. I try to get away from Funko, but I kind of think they're evil. Because I like push away, and then now I was at my Walmart the other day, and they dropped this line of just more like, I think it's like the third wave of Motu, and it's got like Mosquito, Tongue Lasher. It's got all these crazy characters that look so good. I'm like, you bastards. I stayed away from them, but damn! And guess who we have in the chat? Oh, Flash!
Uber. I like that. Yeah, I was about to say. I said I like that little song y'all did. What's in the box?
You know what's funny?
that was pretty creative.
The video was already done, and I told him, "Hey, by the way, Uber, you're in a duet song with me." He's what? Yep, you didn't know about it. I went and stole all the shit.
What's in the box? What's in the box? Mankind was better.
Jeez. You know what
did I say? Cactus Jack or something? Mick Foley.
I like Mankind better, but I loved all. I like when he was just Mick Foley. I like when he was Dude Love.
Dude Love. Jack.
But yeah, Mankind was his best because he was like, I think he was craziest.
Yeah, when he was, I think when he first was introduced to Mankind gimmick, he wanted to do something so far fetched that Vince was like, or somebody was just like, no, you're not doing that. I think he wanted to do something. I think he wanted to burn himself or just like scar himself up or something. I can't remember what it was, but it was something that he wanted to do to himself to make that character Mankind, and they were just like, no, you're not doing that to yourself. I can't remember what it was, but it was something crazy. But
here's your boys.
Yeah, those young bucks look pretty good too.
do. I like the outfits are more cloth, so they're like
They
soft
have
goods.
they have one with Kevin Owens, and they got one with they actually got a one with Kurt Hawkins. You know,
Oh, that would be cool.
yeah, they have a Kurt Hawkins figures, and I think that's him right there. I think in that 2-pack or 4-pack, whatever it was.
Another one that's put his time in all these circuits, but especially like Ring of Honor too, is like Rhino. I like Rhino.
Yeah,
He had that gore where you just like he's a big stocky dude too.
I like his theme music in Impact Wrestling
Yes. Did he do
with
that?
with the Rhino charging and shit.
Yeah, yeah. This guy too here, Colt Cabana, he's not. I mean, he's barely just now getting into AEW, but I was watching him with a lot of like small, like NWA wrestling and all these other smaller promotions.
Yeah,
But Colt's badass. He's a really good technical wrestler.
I think it's kind of weird that he's paired up with the Dark Order now.
He doesn't.
At first, I didn't like it. I thought it was stupid. But the more I watched it, the more I followed it, it kind of makes sense a little bit. So yeah. I can't wait for the payoff for that one. So
He doesn't feel like he's into it, right? He's probably gonna. I don't think Brad liked our. It was probably my rap song was terrible.
Oh, you think that's bad? Let me do the remix.
Did you remix?
Remix.
I don't know what you heard about me.
I know, right? But yeah, those are pretty good figures, man. That's why I figured I'd let you know, just in case if one day you decide you want something different or an alternative. Well, that's a good company to go to. They're a little pricey, but I think they're worth it though.
Yeah, it's not bad because you're getting a lot more like that blue autograph. So I wouldn't even be able to open it. It's an autograph blue meanie,
right?
Letter certificate and all that.
So they got some nice stuff, even though they basically use pretty much almost the same body molds for all of them.
They're all covered up.
But but the cloth goods make up for it, though. I think.
No, that's what makes them special. But then you still got the hard plastic body, so it looks good with the cloth. All right, man. These are awesome. I'm actually going to probably wait a pay-per-view or two and grab at least Blue Meanie for now. And then slowly.
Uh-oh. Look what I did. And I done did it again, didn't I?
Did it on him. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm going to have to start practicing.
Uh-oh. Oops, I did it again. I made Kevin go down the rabbit hole. Just like how I got you into all the 90s stuff. You wasn't very big on the 90s collection when I first met you, man. And then once you saw my shit, you're like, damn.
A lot of it, too, is
you wasn't doing eBay like that at all.
No, I was specific to the store, thrifting and stuff.
Thrift stores and garage hunting. And then once you started watching my channel, and then basically you saw all my eBay purchases, and you're just like, fuck, I was getting all this good shit.
You know what I'm gonna do? It's gonna be kind of payback, but I expect Brad to use it. Is I'm gonna, after we get off here later, I'm gonna start working on an custom intro, Brad the One Man Toy Show song, and I expect him to at least use it once.
Use it once.
No profanity. It's gonna be clean. He can do anything, so you know he can use it in his editing and stuff. Yeah. It's gonna be sharp.
He'll make it sharp. I know he will.
And I'll do my voice. I'll do that when they do the toning or whatever. What's it called? The tuning.
Hey, do that. What was that one thing that Overkill always likes you when you do that? Motherfucker.
Yeah.
You're like, motherfucker, or some weird shit you did.
Yeah. Skirt.
He'd always get you to do that shit. He'd like, Kevin, do that shit again. You'd be like, motherfucker.
Well, I guess we're about 2 hours, bud. You want to?
Yeah, we can wrap it up, and we'll continue tomorrow with Harry and Brad.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get all four of us in here. I figure we could do maybe a 45-minute hour kind of BS around, and then right at the end, I'm gonna do my Wheel of Death, 2 giveaways. So the last 2 people alive on the 2, they don't have to be on the chat. I'm not gonna be like that, but I will say this: if one of the 2 are in the chat, whoever's in the chat is gonna get to pick, because it's gonna be the Snake Eyes, and then it's gonna be a Earthrise Transformer that I picked up recently that I think is awesome. I may look that second one, Earthrise. I might put up a vintage carded, and then you pick from that. It'll be 2 giveaways, but you can pick on that one. I'll let them pick out of the 3. I'll just say, but whoever's in the house or the first guy of the last 2 will be the winner. So it's gonna be fun. But yeah, we'll save the rest of it exactly 2 hours. Thank you, everybody. Uber for showing up. Curtis been with us here. Brad, our brother Judson. So many people jumped on today. It was awesome, man. It's like a real community where we can all BS, beast pop, and make sure all these guys too have awesome YouTube channels. So if y'all can go through and share all the channels to help beef each other's channels up, that'd be awesome.
Yep.
All right. I guess Blue Harvest. Thank you, brother. Man, I love when our overseas brothers, UK, Australia, they jump on and we get to, chat a little bit. It's awesome.
Interact with them and stuff. Yeah.
With you guys. Our brother Scooter, he's out there. He's still doing his thing with the plastic picks.
Yeah.
Very talented guy. It's crazy. All right, man. Well, I guess I'll cut it here. Bless everybody. Simon, it's not too late. Go to my video. Go to my video and sign up. It's not too late. I'm not going to cut it off till tomorrow when the live stream starts. Look how Curtis, he's such a sweet man. Look at him. This guy is salt of the earth.
Yeah.
By salt. All right, guys. I'm cutting it. Thanks, Dave. I'm glad that we did this. It was good.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Both show. All right. Stay savage. Until next time. Peace.
Peace.